What's up guys, this is Jester of None and welcome back to Planet Coaster. I am very excited to keep going and I'm really loving it so far. Look how much money we're making. Actually, it's actually gone down since the last time I looked, but still, look how much money we're making. We've got 9,000. Let's claim this and get out of here. 9,000 monies. Dollar things, whatever that is. Yeah, look at that. I'm really quite excited about that. So, what we're missing is, people keep telling me how thirsty they are. This is the only real area of the park that I consider as real, so I'm going to put a food thing down here. I already put some toilets. Maybe they could use a little bit of, like, dolling up, because really I just shoved this thing on top of it. But, well, I'll think about dolling them up. What I'd like, though, is to put some shops and facilities, and I'll do a custom one again. And I think, I'm maybe not going to do it right now, but what I'd like is to sit down, I need drinks, right? To sit down and make sure that I've got 3 different varieties of each different kind of service. So like 3 different designs for each different kind of service, if that makes sense. So like 3 different kinds of food service 1, 3 different kinds of, I don't know, other kinds of service stuff. Just so that there's a little bit of variety going on. I guess I'll design these ones custom and these will be the first of the 3 that I use custom. I'm looking for a nicest place to put this. I don't want it to be shot by the dog head. And I want it to be inside the park, inside this section of the park. Maybe across from the toilets. Or maybe in front of the giant lizard monster. No, I think this is the only real decent place. So long as I make it sort of fit in with the scenery. There we go. That's fine. Let me just... I clicked done on that and I'll move this stuff back. Now, let's doll this guy up a little bit. This milkshake shack. Which is getting a ton of popularity. Okay, now let's make this kind of like... spacey themed. Which, like everything else in the park so far. Okay, I tell you what. Cargo canister, not big enough. Cargo container, not big enough. I want this to be a huge... Those aren't really what I'm looking for. Huge looking thing with stuff everywhere. Let's try that. Also a bit big, really, for what I'm looking to do. Yeah, okay, let's have something like this. Go in there. Okay. Is that actually... Yeah, it's touching, good. And then let's have... It's a wall. Oh, it's a space fence. Oh, it's a space fence. Let's put a space fence here. I'd really like it to align. Okay, there's a space fence. There's a longer space fence as well. Oh, helmet rack. Oh, I love it. Oh, let's put the helmet rack somewhere here. There you go. And this way people can steal helmets while they're getting their drinks. Which I'm sure will be extremely profitable for us. Already got the giant tentacle monster. Launch bay doors would probably be a bit huge. That's what we've got at the front of the entrance. Orbital cannon, great to have in the park. Not necessarily to go over on top of this, but maybe one day I would be totally fine with that. Oh, repair droid. Oh, that's cool. I tell you what, let's just, since we're here, oh, I can't do it. I can't shove it there, but I'm going to put this over there when I remember about it next time. Robot arm, also cool. Maybe that goes on top of there. Perfect. I think that's really, really cool. Completely useless, but cool. Okay, here's where we need to do things. I think we've got... Yeah, they've got wings on the side, so let's say that that's just what food buildings have nowadays. And put another one here. Okay. And then on the other side. Shame that I can't mirror this. Okay, those are reasonably even. It looks like actually these two need to go back a little bit. Let's see if I can... Oh, no, that's the building. I've dropped myself out of the selection. Okay, some things are occasionally a little bit fiddly. I'd like to be able to move both of these at once. But I tell you what, I'm going to delete one. Move the other one. My life will get a little tiny bit easier, right? Ah, I didn't know I could search by theme. Oh, that'll make my life much easier. Okay, well, there's all the space stuff, all the sci-fi theme stuff. Okay, that's much cooler. Let's put ventilation piping along the roof, which should be perfect. Got to ventilate the roof. That's very important for food areas. It's in the first, like, health and safety manual of all food sciences colleges. Food Sciences Colleges is what I said there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and I think I like the idea of this guy having arm-type things coming out of the head. Let's, I'll rotate that one in a second. I'll do it now, actually. Okay, there we go. Those things are all evened up. I have to say, I love this game. I spend 90% of my time rearranging, like, 2 or 3 things, which is time-consuming. But, still good. You need to be there. Well, it doesn't really need to be there. This is where I'm putting it. Yeah, like that. Bit weird. Front's all blocked up. I just need like a tiny amount of stuff to give the front a little bit more reality. Oh, maybe that's nicer. Maybe I should put these... Yeah, let's put one of these like this. I think that was probably a project for the shop, actually. Probably shouldn't do that. Just, like, literally a tiny thing. Is there any way of shrinking this? No, I can't. I really just need a tiny amount of stuff to cover this. Robot leg's kind of the wrong colour. Okay, walls on the ceiling is actually the best option of doing this, I think. Yeah, I mean, it works out as well as it's to be expected. Okay. Hopefully that won't cause any routing issues or anything like that. That sounds very, very computery. Okay, great. Great, let's consider that done. I mean, I think you can actually probably still see the back. Yeah, you can. Ooh, what to do about the back? What to do about the back? Can't just cover it with helmet stands. That's a bit huge. This is more of the same, but, you know, not much choice. Okay, there we go. And rather nicely, while we were fiddle-faddling about with that, we made £2,000 or $2,000, which is pretty awesome. So now I can let this open up again, and I'm gonna leave everything, but let's give everyone what they want. Let's give everyone fudge and chocolate and stuff like that. And I didn't know I could do this with. Let's have some extras here. Yeah, great. Everyone's going to be really happy now. I don't actually know what effect that has and if maybe that's going to ruin some stuff. We missed 2 sales last month because I guess because we're too expensive. We did up the prices on this, I remember. Oh, this one has an underground piece of piping. Interesting. Well, I'm pretty happy with this. There's nothing clipping into the room. Even if it doesn't do anything, it still would bother me. Okay, good. That's still working out well. Let's... Okay, so we've got food and drinks in this section. They both look very thematically accurate. So let's add... What other things do we need? We've got beef, we've got milkshakes. Everyone's very cow-focused. We've got no entertainment points. Now, this isn't a facility, but it's just a thing that I think people go and see. So maybe we'll have that... Well, let's put a new ride in before we make a theme area. Yeah, let's put before we add some more stuff to this, but we're gonna firstly, I think I've made a decision about this ride. Let's just sell it and put in a custom ride, right? There's got to be a blueprint for a ride that does a better job than the one I did. Oh, it's coaster, of course. So these are all the blueprinted coasters that I have. The Grendel, the this thing. I mean, this thing looks pretty cool. What's wrong with this thing? Why can't I use this thing? It looks pretty sweet. I tell you what, for now. Let's put the Grendel. Let's put the Grendel here. Have a nice little Grendel going along this side of the park. Okay, I mean that's quite expensive, but it'll be better when I delete this. There we go. That earned me a lot of money. Okay, now let's customize this and make it a little bit more attractive. Well, a little bit more spacey rather. Car's got to be green. Car has to be green. Car has to be green. And then also has to be green. Perfect. Track color. Lots of green, spacey green, spacey bluey green, and then some nice spacey green for aliens, because they're aliens. Okay. Now, number of cars. Okay, 3 cars seems like a reasonable thing to have. Block sectioned. Yeah, okay, that seems good. Now this one needs to be inspected a lot. I haven't tested it yet. I'm going to put it on test, but I'm sure it's fine. Let's go ahead and put this stuff in. So that's the exit. So we want people entering over here. And I want the exit over by the exit area. Over here. And that'll give people a nice flow. So this is exactly the exit to this ride. So I want the entrance here. Oh no, I've already put that. I want to connect the entrance well enough here. Okay, there you go. People could theoretically come right off this ride and on to the next one. Is there something going wrong with this ride? Oh, it's just ticking. I'm not used to seeing it going in normal speed. God, that's so boringly slow. These people must be just bored out of their minds. Well, now we just need an exit. Okay, not a super long queue. That's fine though. I think we can open this so that we start making money off it. But I think that's it. I'm going to put some scenery in now. I'm going to put something big and cool. Something really big and cool. Let's put it back on the sci-fi filter. Yeah. And then we're going to grab something awesome to put here. Oh yeah, let's put this giant orbital cannon. Oh, that's great. Not there though. Yeah, let's have the giant orbital cannon somewhere where it's going to terrify people. I mean, there's not I did originally have this idea that like there'd be aliens in one area and robots in the other area, and that's kind of what I wanted. But now, really, I just want giant guns and big fiery rocket sci-fi things. Yeah, let's have that there. There we go. That's going to deafen and terrify everyone in the park. There we go. Look at that. There you go. It's gonna blow a big hole over them as they exit, and then they're gonna just miss it here. Perfect. Really cool. Let's put a robot next to the queue for, you know, talking to them. Hello, folks. How are you doing today in the park? This guy's he'll be occasionally cheeky and pinch someone's bum as they get. Look, he actually is. Oh my God, he's a willy pincher. What are you doing? What are you doing? We have to have a PR meeting about this now. Oh my God. Stop, Derek, please. I don't know why he's called Derek. Okay. Vat of... Oh, yeah, vat of stuff. Let's put the vat of stuff somewhere. I'm literally like a child in a theme park. Let's put the vat of stuff here. Perfect. I love vats of stuff. They're my favorite kind of things inside other things. Okay, benches. There's no benches in this theme park. Let's put some benches so people can sit down after the rides. Hadn't thought of that. One here. And then one over here. And then somewhere to eat. If you really want to in the theme park. But really you should be just spending money on rides. Yeah, one there. And then one over here. They're not... Look at that. That's so uneven. I hate it. You have to go. Yeah, there we go. Oh gosh, look how much fun they're all having together. Oh, look at them. Very cool. Look at them bouncing around. I love it. Okay. This is looking good. I'd like some lights on this area. Gosh, look, this really is going to kill someone. Yeah. It's going to slap down here. Yeah. Oh, that woman got tickled on the head on the way to the toilet. Another PR meeting ready to go. This needs some stuff. Let's do some terrain stuff that I haven't actually done yet. Let's increase the size a bit here. Yeah. Make it a bit lumpier. Bring this up a little bit. I'd like it to be a bit stronger, actually. There you go. Let's just make this a little bit asteroidy. I realize this is not how terrain's supposed to work, but like it's not supposed to just be horribly deformed. It's supposed to have like, you know, there's a mountain here or a hill here. This is okay by me so far. There we go. Let's build this up a little bit so that the cannon is embedded somewhat. And this is like the start of us having a theme park that looks more than just like a, you know, a bunch of rides thrown together. I want to make it a little bit more scenic. A little bit more like reasonable. Okay. Okay, there you go. That looks like actually could theoretically be a little battleground that's people fighting, and oh, I like it. Okay, there's our first ride. Kind of weird. Weirdly positioned. There's this pointless bit here, which I'll get rid of soon. Yeah, I like it. Wow, this is Disneyland hasn't got stuff like giant waving tentacles. I'm rather proud of us. It's a shame I can't change the colour though, and also explain why there's tentacles coming out of the ground. Not extremely popular though. Why is that? I'm not paying this much. I spent loads on park entry. Let's reduce the cost a bit. Because even my super big one that I spent ages building was not that expensive. There we go. There we go. Let's make it... I made it cheaper. It looks like people are coming around here. I suppose it's a bit weird because the only other thing here is the exit to this ride. Yeah, and it makes it a bit... maybe slightly less likely that people come around here. So maybe I should put some lot of utilities here. It looks like people are actually coming. People are coming, so that's fine. Okay, scenery. I want to put some more spacey stuff. Spacey stuff. This is the name of this park. Park spacey stuff. I mean, this is the name of this section. This really is just the space stuff section. I mean, I don't want to use up... Like, this is my favorite thing, and I don't want to just put it anywhere. It's going to be somewhere relevant, so I'm not going to put that there. But I may well put this here for the sake of having, like, jazzing up the entrance to this section a little bit, because it's kind of, like, vaguely important. It's got one of the cooler rides in it. Let's go ahead and cover up this trash can. Very sensible idea. So that people can't actually use it, but we're still paying for it. There we go. That's cool. If I can get that trash can out, I'd like to. But I don't think I can. So let's just leave it there and keep paying for it. Looks like it's getting very popular. How are people enjoying it? Some people are scared. That's fine by me. 8%. I'm not paying this much. Oh, I don't care about that. Okay. Looks like it's going pretty coolly. Pretty smoothly, if I say so myself. I'd like to set a trigger point. I'm guessing, if I understood it right, I'm going to add a trigger. and I can move it. Yeah, I assumed this would be it. There you go. You're going to be here. There's a trigger. I'm going to call this gun 2. I haven't done this yet. I'm just figuring, like, I figured this is what it's going to be. So, object trigger. You're going to trigger this immediately. Okay, yeah. As soon as you go through there, it'll trigger. So, if we stay here and wait for a car to go past, yeah, it fires. That's what it does. It fires when the thing goes past. That should be right. That was really, really easy. I'm going to hit done and see what happens when this guy comes past. There we go. Down here. And boom. Maybe I want to move it a little tiny bit. Maybe I want to move the trigger a tiny bit. I want to trigger... No, yeah, I want to move the trigger. Let's put the trigger here so that it fires as they're going into it. Okay, I'm happy with that. And that's all we really need. Oh, maybe one trigger for when they get back to here. Yeah, I'll put a trigger when they get back to there. There we go. Okay, so now, when they go, everyone climbs on the ride, and it fires when they get onto here, when they go past, when they start leaving. And this one fires when they go to about here. So that seems pretty reasonable. I'd like to add some scenery, like tree stuff, trees and things, so that it's not just like a barren desert kind of place. But trees on their side seems kind of weird. I feel like trees would have grown perfectly or almost perfectly vertical. Okay, there we go. I can just duplicate these now. I was having a trouble where I couldn't get them to align themselves straight. That one's floating. That's fine. I'm going to ignore that floating one for now because I can't bother to go back into it and set it while I'm trying to place trees down. Okay, there you go. This is looking very treed up. So that's good. Parts looking a little bit more alive. Go ahead and stick some trees in random places. Probably not by the giant ride that swings around very fast. Good. Big birch, pine type things. Don't really know very well the different kinds of trees. Sorry about that. Just makes things a little bit kind of aliver. Aliver is absolutely a word, and no one correct me on it. Okay, great. That's much better. I'm not going to add any skulls or anything like that. But, oh, big blue fir tree. Yeah, let's put some of those in. I think I've already put some in, but let's put some more in. Let's have some big fir trees so people can't always see what's going on over here. They have to come into the park to experience the full glory of the stuff. Yeah, I like it. Okay, that's really, really great. This isn't like super fast, as I want it to be. Ah, I think the fact that they have 3 cars is slowing them down. There you go. I had to just close it to put on a new car. That's probably upset a lot of people that I closed that down to put a new car on. It's just I figure this way, one can... They don't have to wait anywhere near as long to go. Yeah, okay, that's much better. Insanity 1 is broken down. Don't break down. I don't like that at all. I should probably hire some more maintenance people. I've actually got enough money that I'm going to do some research. Oh, I've got a new kickflip ride. Okay, great. I'm going to start a bunch of research, actually. And let's add another one. Okay, I think I can only do actually a certain amount of research per month, so that's fine. That's not a huge drain on our usage. Let's put out an online advert campaign as well. I'm just kind of experimenting a little bit. And I'll put it on auto renew. That's fine. That'll get more people in. Staff. Now, I'm going to hire another chappie to fly around. Chappie like just a dude, not chappie like the film. And he's going to go around and do cool stuff. And I really don't know how he's floating because... Are there legs under that costume? I'd like to pause and see if there are legs under that costume, actually. Yeah, there we go. That makes me feel much more comfortable. Okay, great. Because I thought that I had just hired a robot. Well, that's not really uncomfortable for a space park. Just a bit weird that I actually managed to get a robot and I'm still wasting my time being a park owner. Let's then add... Yes, let's keep blowing stuff up, putting out... Oh, wow, we just made a ton of money. Okay, while I was off camera, like trying to play around with the settings, figure things out a bit, I made this kind of spaceship thing. I haven't seen what it looks like from the underneath. So let's just see if I can't put it down and see that. I'll delete it afterwards if it's not good. Okay, yeah, it's a bit weird from the underneath because I made it on the ground. But on the ground, I actually think it looks really cool. So I'm going to delete it. But I'd like to have this somewhere. And maybe this is going to be a feature of a new ride. I wanted to make kind of like a Terran-looking spaceship. Terran like human, not Terran like the Terrans in the video game StarCraft. Yeah, took me a second to remember the name. But I wanted like a Terran-looking spacecraft to put somewhere. So I'm going to put this down. And yeah, I'm going to put this down, and it's gonna be a feature of a future thing, I think. We're going to put it here. and assume we'll build something that fits it. So there you go. I'm happy with that. And you know what? I'm going to call this here, but I'm really happy with how it's going. We're making a ton of money. Let's hit play so we can see things at the normal speed. Our park, this part of the park is looking really cool. It needs some like level to it. I'd like to put some higher places up here with some theme park rides. Not theme park rides, you know, coaster rides, actual roller coasters. Another roller coaster here, a big one that kind of goes around the circumference. And I realize I'm going to leave a bit of space around the edge to have a moving ride, like, you know, a people mover. But you know what? This part of the park is really coming along nicely. It's a little bit packed together here at the front. And maybe that's the thing I'll have to work on changing in the future. But so far, I've really gone nuts with the big showpieces. So, well, I like it. And it looks like all of our rides are getting a lot of visitors. So, and we seem to be making money really, really consistently. So, I'm going to call it here. But I'm really happy with how things are going. I tell you what, let's take the HUD off so we can see how things are going without the HUD. Yeah, I'll just click off this stuff. There we go. I'm really happy with that. Look at that. Look at all the people having fun. Look at the rides going. Let's watch this ride for a second to enjoy it properly. Okay then, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. This is Gesture of None. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment below if you've got any ideas, questions or suggestions. And I will see you next time. That was the gun going off because I timed it badly. Okay, next time.